All right, hello. This is Mr. Mellinger, and I'm giving you an introduction. This is a video for both my physics and chemistry classes, and I want to go over the introduction to distance learning document with you, as well as the syllabus that will apply for this quarter. It's a difficult time we're going through, not just health-wise, but financially for many people. I understand the stress that you may be under at this time, and I don't want this class to contribute to any of that. So I'm going to keep my requirements fairly basic. There will be in my class about 30 minutes of work per day. It'll generally be fairly routine work, nothing that's going to tax your brain too much. It's just a matter of keeping up with it. I do want to remind you that this is school. This is real school. It's not simply something that you can ignore. So I'm going to do everything possible to help you through this time as far as my class goes, to again make it something that you're not concerned about, not worried about all the time, and that this can go fairly smoothly for the next 8 weeks. So I'm going to go ahead and go over the introduction to distance learning document. It has a small assignment in it. Some of you have done that assignment already. Most of you have not, so I'd like you to do that as soon as possible. The real purpose of that assignment is so that I can communicate with you, you can communicate with me, and we can work out any bugs in that. And I'll go over what happens if there's any issues, how we deal with that in the document. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started going over the document. All right, so this is the document that you're going to see in the introduction to distance learning. It is the same for both physics and chemistry. So though this one says chemistry, it is the same document. There's absolutely no differences other than the periods that I mentioned. So let's go ahead and get started. I'd like to read you my opening statement here. I hope you and your family are doing well during this time. What we are experiencing has never happened in my lifetime, and I hope it will never happen again. While it is easy to take the stay-at-home instructions lightly, it is important that you do so as much as possible. A virus is not visible, and as such, it might seem as though it's not really there. However, the worst mass deaths in history have come not from wars, but from viruses and plagues. Although the coronavirus is generally not taking the lives of young people can be carriers, and once this virus is in your home, it can affect everyone. Please take care of yourself and think about your very young and older family members in all of your actions. All right, so let's go ahead and go through some of the requirements. I won't read them word for word necessarily, but I will just go over what the important points are. So here are some of the things for you to know in distance learning. And I'm going to make a quick adjustment to the page here. All right, so a fourth quarter syllabus is on the last page. I'm going to go over that in just a moment. There's a short assignment on the next page. It's just kind of a fun little video to watch and answer a few questions. And the main purpose is to be sure we can communicate, that you know how to get a photograph to me. If you don't, I'll give you some alternatives. I want to be sure your pictures are readable. If they're not, I'll let you know that. And it's just to kind of work out some of the bugs as quickly as possible in communicating. So I'd like you to please submit this assignment promptly so we can resolve these problems. It says that it was due next week or that it's due today. Don't worry about that, but please do it as quickly as you can. And I have your assignments on Canvas as of today. I'm going to get them up probably the next 2 weeks within the next couple of days, but you'll have at least today's assignment as well as this pre-assignment to send this video, watch this video, this short animated video. 4, the assignments will take about 30 minutes a day. I can't guarantee it's exactly 30. It could be a little more on some days, but it will probably average less than 30 minutes. There will be some days where it'll only be 15. So it'll average about 30 a day probably. You can complete these on your own schedule. You don't have to meet with me through Zoom or any other method. And they should be turned in by the following Monday. So any assignments that I give you this week, or really over the next 2 weeks, are really due on Monday, April the 27th. So you really have a couple of weeks for these first assignments, but I'd like everything that we do in the next 2 weeks to be turned in by Monday, April the 27th. Please don't put them all off till the last minute. Although they're not that long, if you let them pile up, it can seem a little overwhelming. I have several times a week when you can speak with me online through Zoom. These are dictated by the school and the school district. So for physics, it will be Tuesdays from 8 to 9:30. For chemistry, it will be for chemistry period 3, it will be Wednesday from 8 to 9:30. And for chemistry period 4, it will be Thursday from 8 to 9:30. There's no specific reason you need to go to those. Um, they simply are a way to talk with me if you need to. It's going to be a little problematic doing it because I need to get you a code, and for a lot of you, I don't have your correct email address. So these are not required. But anyway, I'll go over those on the next page. There's no tests. Pure and simple, no tests. Even if we come back to school, I'm not going to give tests. Everything will be based on assignments. Number 7, you can submit your assignments in 2 ways. You can take a picture of your assignment and upload the file through Canvas. I'm still getting some of the details on how that works exactly, so I will communicate that to you at a later time. But what you can always do is email it to me. It's very important that your picture be readable. I can't give you credit if I can't read it. So just sending me a blurry picture or one that's too small to read, I can't give you credit for that. It's got to be readable. Now, I do have a big computer screen, so it's going to expand out the picture that you do on your cell phone, so that should help. Okay, you can also deliver the assignments if you have a complete technology meltdown and you can't get things to me online. You can deliver the assignment to me from 3 to 5 p.m. on Mondays at Hoover. And I'm going to be outside of the gate that's on Shimon Avenue. That's the one next to the Wiener Schnitzel. That's that big gate. I'll just be parked right next to that gate. I'll be standing by my car or sitting by my car. You'll be able to see me from 3 to 5 on Mondays. You can always deliver your assignments to me, and typically assignments from a particular week will be due that following Monday. So log on to Canvas site every day, every weekday. Log on every weekday and view the announcements tab. I'll keep that updated with things that you need to know. And then your assignments are kept in if you look at the sidebar, there is something that says modules. There's one of the tabs that says modules. You open that up and you'll see the assignment inside. It'll usually have the same name as the module. It's just the way we have to do it. We have to put the assignments on an assignment, but then I put them in the modules. But I might have more than one assignment there. So you want to look inside of modules, not inside of assignments. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to go again. I'm going to work out the details of how to upload things on Canvas. But when you open an assignment, you should see a Submit Assignment button. And typically the way it works is it will open up a space in which you can either type or paste a picture or paste a link, and then you can submit that assignment. There's some quirks to it, and I want to get those worked out. But again, email is always an option, and delivering to me in person is always an option. And if you are really desperate, I can't do this every week. If you're really desperate, I can come to your home and pick up the assignments if things really just don't work out in any other way. Finally, please remember, as I said earlier, this is real school. You cannot ignore these assignments. If you are having technical problems, email me. If you can't do that, then see me in person at Hoover near the Wiener Schnitzel on Mondays from 3 to 5. All right. Okay, so here's your first assignment. It says it's due today. I'm recording this on Monday, April the 13th. I would just say get it to me as soon as you can. Again, I'm still making an effort to get in contact with some of you. So the only objective today is to do this assignment. So you watch the short video that's at this link. It's kind of a fun little video. It's only 7 minutes long. And I just want you to answer 3 questions on lined paper. So just read these instructions right here. I won't read them to you word for word. The heading is important. I'm going to be getting a lot of assignments. They're going to be coming in early, so I'm coming in late. It's really important that you head your assignments properly. So I would call your attention. It's pretty much the way I had you do it in class. First name and last name, not just first name, not just a last initial, first name and last name. The day number, the day as we did in class, and the name of the assignment, and then what period you're in. For chemistry, you're either in period 3 or 4. For physics, you're in period 2. And then the assigned date and the due date. The due dates typically, as I say, are going to be for the first 2 weeks, Monday, April the 27th. And those will be clearly marked. But after that, they will be the following Monday, the Monday following the week that you did the assignment. So take a picture, be sure it's readable, and email it to me. There's my email address. If you can put a subject line, do that, or you should be able to put a subject line. And I'd like on the subject line to have your first name and last name, your period. Again, it's 3 or 4 for chemistry, it's 2 for physics, and the day number. You don't have to write out the name of the assignment, just the day number, and that will be helpful. I give you a little extra information there about the animation package that was done on, but it has nothing to do with the class. It's just something that I thought might be of interest to you. Okay, this is the important stuff too here. This is the contact information for me. So there's my email. There's my phone number. It's my home phone number. You can use it when you need. I pretty much stay at home except when I'm out, and that's not very often except to come over to the Hoover area and maybe drop some things off or get some things done over there. But you can call me anytime. The Monday through Friday from 6 to 7 is when I will assure you that I will be by my phone. But otherwise, you can leave a message on the message machine. The Canvas sites are what you see there. They're in the Canvas learning management system. For physics, there's the physics site. It just went online today. Some of you were trying to get into it last week and that couldn't be done. It just went live today. And for chemistry, you can see down below there is the link for that. So just type that in and you can get into there. Let's see. Okay, Zoom. So as I mentioned, for period 2, it's going to be Tuesdays from 8 to 9:30. For chemistry, it's Wednesday for period 3 and Thursday for period 4. If I can make those the same ID number, then chemistry, you can do either Wednesday or Thursday. Again, there's no real reason that you have to come online other than you want to talk to me about something. If you have a question about the subject matter or just some issue to deal with, you can go on at that time. And then for all classes, I'll be online on Thursday and Friday from 2 to 3 p.m. Okay, so I'll have to email you the access code for the Zoom, and I will do that as soon as I get everyone's emails. That's a priority for me. I'll also be available, I'll say this again and again, at the Shimon Gate, that's by the Wiener Schnitzel, on Mondays from 3 to 5 p.m. And so if you're having any problems communicating with me, you can always see me in person there, and I'll be able to help you at that time. Okay, let's go over the syllabus. I do want to go over this in some detail to be sure you're very clear on what the requirements are. So let me just read this word for word. The fourth quarter of the 2019-20 school year will be conducted through distance learning. This is credited work and is required for students' progress toward graduation. There will be 2 tracks, and again, this applies to both physics and chemistry. The syllabus is identical for both classes. The standard track is for students who want to earn a B in the class. That's the maximum grade you can get if you do the standard track. It involves about 2 hours per week to complete. Again, that's 2 hours per week to complete. It might be a little more than that, but not much. It will consist of a lesson provided by the San Diego City Schools or me. The school district is going to provide content, and I want to take advantage of that as much as possible. There are 40 assignments. It's 1 per day per school day, and that's 1 30-minute assignment per day, and 2,000 possible points in this track. Then there's the enhanced track. This track is for students who want to earn a grade of A. Now, the standard track does not guarantee you a B, and the enhanced track does not guarantee you an A. That's just the maximum grades that you can get. You still have to do the work and do high quality work. So let me get back. The enhanced track, it is designed for students who would like to take AP or college chemistry in the future. It involves completing all of the standard track assignments and then the enhanced track. So there'll be additional assignments for the enhanced track. There are 68 assignments, and that would be 2 30-minute assignments per day and 3,400 possible points in this track. The enhanced track will require about 4 hours per week. And I'll really say 5 because it's about an hour a day, possibly. No more than 5, but 4 would be fairly typical. All late assignments receive a maximum of 80% credit, and those are assignments that are received after the Monday on which they are due. Again, your first set of assignments aren't due till April the 27th, Monday, April the 27th. Students who want to undertake the enhanced track must let me know by Monday, April the 27th. So you can't switch in and out of it. I need to have everybody set in one track or the other by then. Students will be assigned to the standard track for the following reasons. 1, they do not inform me that they wish to take the enhanced track. 2, they fail to submit 10 assignments or more. So if you fail to submit 10 assignments and you're in the enhanced track, you'll fall back to the standard track. 3, enhanced students may not mix and match standard and enhanced assignments. So that should have actually read that students in the standard track cannot mix and match. You can't do some of the standard assignments and some of the enhanced assignments. You have to do all standard assignments. Enhanced students have to do all of the assignments. So there's no options for the enhanced students. And enhanced assignments may not be used as extra credit for the standard track. So if you miss standard assignments, you can't do enhanced assignments to make up for that. Let me see if I can change this. Looks like I can. Let me just make that change right now. Okay, so there we go. All right, so each assignment is worth 50 points. So April 6th, I'm going to give you 50 and 50 extra credits, so that's 100 points for the assignment that's just watching that simple little animation video and answering the 3 questions. You're actually going to get 100 points for that. Then each week after that, it's 50 points per day, 5 days. That's 250 points for the standard track all the way through June the 1st. For the enhanced track, your assignments are exactly the same as the standard track for the first 2 weeks. There's going to be no difference, no extra assignments, anything. So you just do the same assignments. Everyone does the same assignments until April the 27th. Starting on April the 27th, enhanced track, you will do the extra assignment worth an additional 50 points, and that will be the 250 per week that you see there in the enhanced column. The due dates are as shown there. Just go ahead and stick to those due dates, and we'll be in good shape. Okay, the grading down below. Grading. So the standard track has a possible 2,000 points. If you get roughly 90% of that, it's actually a little less than 90, that's 1,750, you will get a B. An A is not available to students on the standard track. You do fewer assignments, and you're basically making that trade-off. You don't have to do as much work, but you can't get an A on the standard track. To get a C, it's 1,500, and I'm hoping nobody falls below that. For the enhanced track, you have a total of 3,400 points. You have the 2,000 that the standard track has, plus another 1,400. That's 3,400 points. To get an A, you need to get 3,000 of those. It's a little less than 90%. For a B, it's 2,500. For a C, it's 2,000. And that's that. Okay, so it is the student's responsibility to deliver assignments to me through the Canvas system, email, or if there's technical issues, I will be at Shimon Avenue Gate, Wiener Schnitzel, on Mondays from 3 to 5. So you've heard that for about the 5th time. And again, there will be no tests in this class. Okay, so this concludes this video on the distance learning for my class. I hope to not make it confusing or burdensome on you. I know some of you may have to work. You may have other issues just dealing with your family and distress. So I am in the City Heights neighborhood on most days for at least a couple of hours. If you need me for anything, call me and let me know. I have a car. I can run an errand. I can't do regular errands for you every day, but I can run an errand if you have an issue and need to get somewhere or get something that you can't get. Okay. I hope that I can help do my little part to ease this burden any way that I can. And so please don't hesitate to call me if you need help, either with my class or just in general for your family. All right, so God bless, take care, and we'll be in touch regularly. And let's get through this together. Have a good day.